If you're like many business owners approaching retirement, you've probably been told the only way to fund your next chapter is to sell the company that you've spent decades building. Here's the challenge. What if you're not ready to sell? Maybe you still enjoy the sense of purpose your business gives you. Maybe you want to pass it on to children or key employees, or any combination. Maybe the market just isn't offering the price you thought that your life work deserves. Let's be honest, selling a business isn't always simple. There are tax implications, there's emotional considerations, and then there's always the uncertainty of what happens next. The good news, now that I've depressed you, selling isn't the only way to turn your business into retirement income. In this video, let's talk about how to create retirement income strategy without selling your business so you can maintain ownership, preserve your legacy, and step confidently into your next chapter of your life. Hi, I'm Andrew Palomo, certified financial planner and owner of Pillar Financial Advisors. Today, we're talking about how to turn your business into a source of retirement income without giving up ownership. Number one, why selling isn't always the right answer. For many entrepreneurs, the default plan is simple: build the business, sell it at the right time, live off the proceeds. But there are plenty of reasons why selling might not be the best fit for you, and why it's worth exploring alternatives. First, timing in the market is difficult business. Pillar Financial, we do not believe in market timing. You'll hear that often. Business valuations rise and fall on market conditions, interest rates, buyer demand. If you happen to retire during a downturn, you might not get the price you were hoping for, and holding out for a better offer can keep you tied to the business longer than you planned. Secondly, you may not be ready to let go. For many owners, a business isn't just an asset on paper. It's the results of decades of effort, late nights, personal sacrifice, building relationships. Trust me, I know this one better than anything else. Selling can feel like walking away from a piece of your identity, and for some, that transition is harder than expected. You might have other goals in mind. Perhaps you want to keep the business in the family, or transfer ownership to loyal employees, or a combination. Or maybe you simply want to keep the company running in your community because it provides jobs and contributes to something bigger than yourself. These are all valid reasons to rethink the traditional build and sell approach. The question becomes, how can you turn your business into a reliable income stream for retirement while keeping ownership intact? That's where alternative strategies come in. One's designed to give you flexibility, control, and peace of mind as you step away from day-to-day operations. All right, second point, transition to passive ownership. One powerful strategy is transitioning from active management to passive ownership. This means gradually stepping back from day-to-day operations and allowing a trusted leadership team to run the business while you continue to draw income as the owner. Think of it like this. Your business becomes an income-producing asset, more so than it's ever been before. The company generates profits, you take distributions or dividends as income, and the asset itself remains intact for future generations or a later sale if you choose. Of course, this doesn't happen overnight. It requires all the thoughtful diligence that you did when you built this business. You have to build a capable management team. You have to clearly define roles and responsibilities, and you have to put systems in place to ensure that the business can survive and even thrive without you at the helm. It's very hard to imagine that sometimes. But imagine being able to step away from operations and spend time traveling or with family and still receive a steady income stream from the company that you built. That's the power of passive ownership, if it's done right. Third possibility, something to think about. You can lease or license your business assets. Another option here, what I'm talking about, is to lease part of your business assets. For example, if you own the building that your company operates, you could lease it back to the business or rent it to another tenant to generate the steady rental income that you've always wanted. If you've developed intellectual property, think software, patents, processes, you can license these to other businesses in your industry in exchange for royalty payments. This approach creates passive income without requiring you to manage daily operations. Think about this. Instead of selling your business outright, you can use parts of it, physical property, intellectual property, to produce cash flow in retirement while still retaining ownership of the core asset itself. 4, structured buyouts with income streams. If you know you want to transition ownership eventually, but still need an income, a structured buyout can be an excellent strategy. This one might involve selling shares of the company gradually to family members, key employees, external investors, or any combination thereof. You would receive installment payments over time rather than a lump sum. This could provide a tax advantage structure like an installment sale to spread out the gains. This approach would allow you to create a predictable income stream, minimize taxes by avoiding a large one-time capital gain, and ensure a smoother transition for your employees and customers. It's a way of turning your business equity into cash flow without leaving yourself vulnerable to market timing or losing control or taxes. Number 5, don't overlook tax efficiency. Regardless of the approach you choose, tax efficiency is critical. Every dollar you take out of your business could be taxed differently, depending on how it's structured. Salary and bonuses, while awesome and might feel regular to you, are taxed as ordinary income. Dividends may qualify for a lower tax rate. Installment sales or capital gains may allow you to spread taxes out over several years. Without careful planning, you could pay more in taxes than necessary, eroding the income that you're counting on in your retirement. This is where coordination with a financial planner and a tax professional becomes essential. Together, these two professionals can help design a strategy that balances your income needs, tax efficiency, long-term growth. Selling your business isn't your only option. With thoughtful planning, you can turn your company into a retirement income engine while maintaining control, in part or whole. You can preserve your legacy and create financial freedom for your next chapter. If you're a business owner approaching retirement and want to explore strategies like these, let's talk. Click the link in the description below. Schedule a conversation. You spent years building your business. Now it's time to make sure it supports the life you've envisioned for retirement.